Today's Apple event in 5 minutes. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Let's get straight into the business. Today, Apple had an event. Let's talk about what they did announce first, and then we'll talk about what they didn't announce last. Let me consult my notes here. New MacBook Air starts at $1,199, 8 gigabytes of memory, and a Core i5, 8th generation chip, 13.3-inch Retina display. You can get up to 16 gigabytes of memory, which is nice. It's got USB-C. No USB-A. No big USB anymore. So if you were hoping for that, it ain't coming. The new Mac Mini. The new Mac Mini comes in space gray. Sexy. It has 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, an HDMI, an Ethernet, and 2 USB-A ports. So it's port-rich. Got a lot of ports on it. It's a small thing. It's a great little device. I'm happy to see that Apple has brought it back from the dead. It starts at $799 for a 4-core i3 chip with 128 gigabytes of storage. That's not very much, but you can get it up to 64 gigabytes of memory and a 2 terabyte SSD, 10 gigabit Ethernet, and it can go all the way up to a 6-core i7 processor. We knew that there were going to be new iPad Pros in this event. They did not disappoint. We got 2 new iMac Pros. We still have the same form factor as the 10.5-inch iMac Pro of last year, but there are thinner bezels, there's no home button, they put in Face ID, and the liquid Retina display that they brought out just recently on the iPhone XR, and instead of 10.5 inches on the screen, it is now 11 inches, but still in the same size. They've squared off the design, they've made the back flat, it looks pretty slick. The 12.9-inch iPad Pro has the same 12.9-inch screen size, but it has been shrunk down with thinner bezels, so it's not as big as the previous 12.9 iPad. Face ID available in both, and it works in both portrait and landscape mode. It's got what they call the A12X Bionic chip and 8 cores of computing power and 7 cores of GPU graphics power. Basically, you're looking at 2 times the performance of the previous models. You can get up to 1 terabyte of storage, but from what I understand, that means you pay $18.99 for the 1 terabyte version. Maybe the biggest news about these new iPad Pros is that they have USB-C instead of Lightning. What does that mean for the average person buying an iPad? Well, a faster charging is one thing that can happen, and also you can connect things to it like your camera or your instruments if you're using the iPad for music. You can also charge your iPhone with the iPad. You can also run external displays with the iPad. So the iPad could be like your little laptop over here, and if you have a display that you want to go out to, then you can do that as well. They also announced the 2nd generation of the Apple Pencil, which is cool. It now has this little tappy thing where you tap it like that and it'll change, but it'll change to your eraser or something. It's magnetized and it can stick to the side of the iPad, which is nice. They also released a new Smart Folio keyboard. What didn't they bring us? They didn't bring us updated iMacs, which really kind of surprised me. They didn't bring us the AirPods 2 that a lot of people were hoping they would see, and along with no AirPods 2, there was also no Air Power. So Air Power remains vaporware. It just doesn't exist. That's the Apple event in, so maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Let me know what you thought or think of the event down in the comments below. Let me know if there was something that you hoped was going to be announced that you didn't see. Let me know if you're excited about the things that were announced. Thank you again for being here. If this was your first time here, well, please do all the things that you need to do to come on back and support me and the channel. Thank you to everyone who's been here before. Namaste. I really do appreciate it. If you're interested in the stuff that I used to make these videos, if you want to look at some Painfully Honest Tech merch, there are links down in the description. I have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Wow! Until the next time, I'm out!